Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.
First of all, let's thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has given us mercy and blessing until we can meet in the class. Secondly, peace and salawat by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we say Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. The Honorable Miss Nessa Espam M. Diomed and all my friends. I would like to say thanks for coming to our presentation. It's great to see you all. Okay, let me introduce myself and my friends. I'm Islamika Fakufi, is moderator.
I'm Miftahul Rizki. I'm here as the presenter.
I'm Muhammad Imam Al Fajar, the presenter.
Sabja Semaresni, I am as presenter.
I'm Nur Fatimah, I'm as a presenter.
We are from Group 6. We will do presentation about research, journal is analgesic and antipyretic activities of methanol extra and its fraction from the root of Sconoleptus gross. The first presentation is to Imam. To Imam, time is yours.
The study aims to evaluate analgesic and antipyretic activities of the methanol extract and its difference fraction from the root of the Sconoleptus grossor using the acetic acid induced writing and the Radiance Hill tail flick method of Payne's models in mice and yeast induced pyrexia in the rats at the doses of the 400 and 200 milligram per kilogram. Introduction, materials and methods, result, discussion, and conclusion.
Introduction material methods will be read by Miftahul Rizki. To Miftahul Rizki, time is yours.
Introduction. This is the picture of Scanoplectus grossus. Various injuries and diseases are most often presented with pain and fever. Nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs and SAIDs are commonly prescribed drugs for their management, but significant gastrointestinal complications like perforation, bleeding, peptic ulcers, and obstruction have limited their use in clinical settings. Sconoplectus grossus, commonly known as Kesur in Bengali language, belongs to family Cyperaceae. It is commonly found in freshwater swamps, edges of ponds, and moist places. This plant is native in Bangladesh, Nepal, India, and other Southeast Asian countries. The root of this plant is used traditionally as diuretic and against various infections, burning sensitive, gonorrhea, and fever. Material and methods. Plant material. The roots of the plant Scanoplectus grossus were collected from Merseyal area, Bangladesh. The plant was authenticated by an expert taxonomist, and a specimen representing this collection has been deposited in the Dhaka University Herbarium, Dhaka, for further reference. Extraction of plant material. The roots of the plant were sun-dried for several days and ground into coarse powder using high-capacity grinding machine. The powdered material, 600 gm, was taken in spread clean, rum-bottom flask and soaked in 2.5 ml of methanol. Chemicals. Paracetamol and diclofenac sodium used were obtained from ACA Pharmaceutical Ltd, morphine, and yes were purchased from Gonosastaya Pharmaceutical Ltd, Dhaka, Bangladesh. Experimental animal albino vista rats 120 until 150 grams and Swiss albino mice 25 until 30 grams of either sex purchased from the Animal Research Branch of Jahangirnagar University, Dhaka were used for the study. Phytochemical screening. The preliminary phytochemical screening of methanol root extract and its different fractions were performed using standard protocols. Analgesic Analgesic activity. Acetic acid induced rating test. The method described by Koster et al. Was used for the evaluation of analgesic activity in mice. Radiant head tail flick test. The analgesic activity against thermal stimuli was evaluated using methods described by Diamore and Smith. Antipyretic activity. Yes, in the site hypothermia in rats. The antipyretic activity was evaluated with fever induced by Brewer yes following the established method. Statistical analysis. All values were expressed as the mean standard error of the mean SAM and the result well analyzed statistically by one-way analysis of variance ANOVA for analgesic activity and multivariate analysis of variance MANOVA for antipyretic effect, drug time followed by Janet Pulse Hawk multiply comparison test by using SPSS FAIR.
Result will be read by Maseta Sabjasena Resni. To Maseta, time is yours.
Maseta masih mute.
Sorry. Result 1. Phytochemical creaming. The phytochemical analysis of the methanol root extract from chronoplus grossus as well as petroleum ether furnace has shown the presence of alkaloid, tannin, and flavonoid. 2. Acetic acid intensive breathing test. The effect of methanol extract and its fractum of Chronopotus grossus on acetic acid induced breathing is present. 3. Radiant health tile freeze test. The result of methanol extract and its different fractions from root of Scranoplotus grossus when subject to screening of Cantley action. Antinocipative active of radiance hair tile flick method is tabulated. 4. Antipyretic activity. Antipyretic effect of methanol extract from root of Scranoplotus grossus of and is driven fraction on rectal temperature are present in Table 2 and Figure 5. The subsequent injection of years markedly increased the Reichskau temperature, and the mean increment record was 224 and 2 Fahrenheit after 1800 of admiration. Figure 1. Analgesic activity of standard diclofenac M4SG methanol extra 400 milligram per kilogram, M2SG methanol extra 200 milligram kilogram, P4SG petroleum ether fraction 400 milligram per kilogram, P2SG petroleum ether 200 milligram kilogram, and C4SG carbon tetralate fraction 400 milligram per kilogram, C2SG carbon tetrum 200 milligram per kilogram, D4SG dichloromethane fraction 400 milligram per kilogram, T2SG dichloromethane 200 milligram kilogram, E4SG ethyl acetate fraction 400 milligram kilogram, and E2SG anti-acetate 200 milligram kilogram of S grosses in acetic acid rating. Values are represented in mean, same, one-way anu followed by units. Milk compliance was formed P 0.05 was confidence sequence compared to control. Figure 2. Percentage inhibiting by standard diclofenac sodium. M4SG methanol extra 400 milligram kilogram, M2SG methanol extra 200 milligram kilogram, P4SG petroleum ether fraction 400 milligram kilogram, P2SG petroleum ether 2 milligram kilogram, C4SG carbonate tetrahydride fraction 400 milligram kilogram, C2SG carbonate tetrahydride 200 milligram kilogram, D4SG dichromate fraction 400 milligram kilogram, D2SG dichloromate 200 milligram kilogram, E4SG ethyl acetate fraction 400 milligram kilogram, and E2SG alkene acetate 200 milligram kilogram of G grosses in acetic acid rating. Figure 3. Antinocitive effect of morphine. M4-Hg methanol extra 400 mg kilogram, M2-Hg methanol extra 200 mg kilogram, P4-Hg petroleum enter fraction 400 mg kilogram, P2-Hg petroleum enter 200 mg kilogram, C4-Hg carbonate tetralide vacuum 4 mg kilogram, and C2Hg carbonate deuterium 200 mg kilogram as from grosses in Tilfleet method. Values are represented in mean, same, on the way ANOVA, followed by Dennett Muting. Comparisons was performed P0/0 was coincidence finds compared to control.
Discussion and conclusion will be read by Nur Fatima. To Nur Fatima, time is yours.
Figure 4. Present elongation by standard morphine M4F methanol extract 400 mg per kilogram and 2F methanol extract 200 mg per kilogram P4SG petroleum ether fraction 400 mg per kilogram 2 ether 200 per kilogram C carbon tetrachloride fraction 400 mg and C2SG carbon tetrachloride 200 mg per kilogram of S. Ratios in Telfleet method. Next, Figure 5. Effect of control standard Phenax DM4SG methanol 400 mg per kilogram M2G methanol extract 200 gram P4SG petroleum ether fraction 400 mg per kilogram P2SG petroleum 100 mg per kilogram C4SG tetrachloride fraction 400 gram per kilogram and C2SG tetrachloride 200 mg per kilogram of S. First using yang indicate direction. Discussion. Discussion. The methanol The methanol extract, as well as its different fractions from roots of Sconolectus crossus, was evaluated for analgesic effect again. acetic acid induced visceral pain and infection. With this test was further screening for anti-nociceptive activity using radiant health fluid method in mice. The characteristic of pain activity generated by intraperitoneal injection of acetic acid is presented with contraction of abdominal muscle followed by extension of hind limbs and elongation of body part, and such contraction is thought to be mediated by local peritoneal receptor. The acetic acid provoked writing is simple and commonly used method for screening analgesic drugs. The administration of acetic acid is responsible for the release of endogenous substances, which are supposed to excite the nerve ending causing the pain. Conclusion: the methanol extract and this differentiation from root of S versus displayed significant peripheral analgesic potential and antipyretic property. The central antinociceptive activity was absent. Since these acunar further studies are necessary to validate this result, and other detailed studies on compound identification for the observed effect are essential to guarantee its clinical use.
That's the proposition of proof. For any mistake, please forgive. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wabarakatuh.